From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Miami Dolphins.
For the Vikings.
The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And we are underway from Miami. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action, now it's Tua. Open man downfield is Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41.
Ready. Ready, team. What's it? Get on.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Dolphins had 8 and 5 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles, knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And, that would get a right-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there on the opening drive, but that falls incomplete.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Solo left Zion.
Tua going to throw. Open net is Waddle, complete. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Call it a gain of a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by Sanders is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. looking to put a drive together.
Let's go.
Now McCarthy. Open man, that's Felton. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
You talk about this Miami defense.
Well, they're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked 3rd in the NFL against the pass.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
A yard, all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Let's go now.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit. That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now it's 2nd and 10. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it.
And his throw is incomplete.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
McCarthy operating from the gun. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
His 19th touchdown now on the season.
And the Vikings are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick.
Finds through, now a crease. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? You're able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On play action, here's Tua.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
3rd and 12.
Go ahead. What's it?
Looking to pass. Tua. That is caught. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
It's safe. Go ahead. Out.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they come up now 2nd and goal.
They're right here.
Achane will score. Touchdown, Miami.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL, so they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Vikings 7. Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive if they watch the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know One big play, though, gets him right back up to that level.
And his throw here is incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Here's McCarthy. That pass taken in by Addison. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Throwing is McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Looking to throw McCarthy.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Vikings, first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
They run it here with Oliver. Trying to ram his way in, but they're going to hold him back at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
J.J. McCarthy.
Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Vikings have retaken the lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
14. Dolphins 10. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
To the air with McCarthy.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
First down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Through the middle of the field. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
I'll tell you what, this is not going to be a fun discussion at halftime for this defense. They've been absolutely taken advantage of in the first half. And here's another play for big yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He gets it to Addison. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Dolphins' 13-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Sticking with a pass. Here's McCarthy. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
1st and goal, Minnesota.
Now it's Mason. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Jones will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Dolphins 10. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 10.
All right, come on. Ready, team. Out.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. to it to his Alabama teammate Waddle. First down, Miami.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. That was close to a big play. Just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried. Just couldn't complete it.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Ready. Ready, team. Ready.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
For a Dolphins first down.
Go ahead.
First and 10 at the 50.
Off the play action. Tagovailoa. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. 22 yards there, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play action. Now it's Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Vikings are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football, or you're going to cost your team chances.
On play action, now McCarthy. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Tua going to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Go, go, go. Ready. Hey, 21 TX. 20 TX.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that went too high and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, get set.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Tua sets up to pass it. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least in the field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead.
16-yard line.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. And that flag accepted.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's H.A. to start the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Byron Murphy there on the tackle.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
Turbo 1 high. Ready. Ready, team. Set.
Running left, H.M. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential, but when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
On play action, here's Tua. A short throw caught by Andrews. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 36. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
Ready, set. Ready, team.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19.
That's another
12 yards there as they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Looking to pass. Tua. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Tua on the bootleg here. Throw to the right here to Gordon. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill from 10 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17.
Dolphins 17. Jason Sanders.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here's McCarthy. Complete. Jefferson the target.
And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Here's Riley Dixon now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in on.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started.
On the tackle. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So the challenge there not successful, and now they'll be left with only 1 timeout. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
And take it right at the 35. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 49-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
They're
going back to the same well. It's Hawkinson again.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Jefferson moving in motion left. To the air with McCarthy. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll run with ETN. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten him down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Once more, ETN. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They run it with Mason. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Mason, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. The point after is good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Vikings 35, Dolphins 17. Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
And the Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mark Andrews, 42 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 21 yards.
And the Vikings.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Etienne up the middle. And he stopped immediately there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And they'll go again with Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Open man, that's Felton. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Record on for the Vikings field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Will Reichard to kick off for the Vikings.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Tua. A short throw caught by Andrews. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now Tua. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46.
Go, go, go. Ready. Hey, 21, T8. Out.
Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
From the gun, it's Tua. This is caught inside the 15. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long, had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
One timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
21G.
Now Tua. A quick throw there is incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Tua.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Intercepted by the Vikings.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Throwing is McCarthy. He gets it to Addison. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for Minnesota, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story as they move to 9-5 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Miami, they fall to 8-6 with the loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.